What's up, guys? Let's talk about air compressors. Now, if you have a shop in your house, if you've got a professional shop, you know for a fact that the one tool that you really should have, you can't really live without, is a quality air compressor. We have air in our shop. We got an 80-gallon outside, runs inside. We've got it plumbed. We just did kind of bare bones routing to get it done. My dad has a shop. He built a huge pole barn. They just finished it recently, and there's no lines run yet. So as always, we had our friends at EASTWOOD and asked them what they had that would work for us. They recommend this MaxLine kit. So in this episode, we're going to take the MaxLine kit, master install kit that we have that we picked up from EASTWOOD, and we're going to go over to my dad's. We're going to install the whole system. Should be straightforward, but we're going to show you what we did anyways. If anyone has any questions, maybe this will help answer it and get it done a little quicker. So let's check it out. All right, we're in my dad's shop. This is our airline kit that we're going to run. This is the MaxLine by Rapid Air. This is a 100-foot of 3/4 tube. It's really nice. It's aluminum HDPE pipe. We'll go over here, and you can see we've got this air compressor, brand new DeWalt. It's 60-gallon. Got the regulator already hooked up, and we're not going to do a lot of runs. We're going to do probably up to this rafter, down to right about there. We'll do one drop there, and then the other side, we're going to go down and drop over here by the workshop area where some of the tools are going to be. So I think all in all, we'll probably use about 50 feet of airline, but we're going to do some measurements and some planning so we only cut once and don't mess up, because that'll happen. I'll do that. That's how it works. So we're going to get this opened up. We're going to see what's inside, lay out all the parts and pieces, and we'll go over what all the things are once we get into it. But first, we got to draw out our measurements and make our cuts. So we're planning out the runs for these lines. I'm just drawing a quick map here, kind of layout, and we'll have all of our measurements on each piece. So we have one T in the corner coming off of the compressor. That will split 22 feet this way to a 90, whether we can get that bend out of the pipe or if we have to go get a fitting, we'll figure that out. But we'll do that 90, and then a 50-inch drop to the receptacle and water purge that comes with this kit. And then the other side will be about 32 inches curve in that corner, and it'll go out. That'll be a run of 26.5 feet. Again, whether we have to do a lazy 90 at the end or if we have to do an L, we'll figure that out. That'll drop down 50 feet, or 50 inches. If we are not doing a fitting for that turn at the end of each line, it's just an extra 50 inches and we're just bending it down.
Right.
Okay. Well, I guess we just start at the compressor and we'll build out, because we know that's a fixed point. We know we have that joint coming out, and then we have the flex hose, and we have a union there that we're going to need, and then we're into the T-fitting. And then it's a matter of how much we're doing on each side after that. So, because it's either we're doing 22 feet and then a right angle, or we're doing 22 feet plus the 50-inch drop to get to that connector at the end. Because on the box it's showing they're all just bent like 90 degrees and going down. So as long as we can get that bend without kinking it or anything, I think we just bend that end and we save ourselves some fittings. because the less splices we have to do in this, the better for the air quality. So, yeah, okay. So now we just got to get the flex hose connected and roll out the material and start doing some cuts. All right, well, we got a complete kit and 100 feet of hose, so now we gotta do all the work. These are the drop blocks. These are gonna go at the bottom of each run. There's a stop in the back. We threaded that, put that in. This is your check valve in the bottom to drain. And then one thing that this kit does not come with, these. So these chucks, we went and picked those up really quick from the store, but those are going to go straight in the front here, and that's going to give you your hole set up. So it's going to mount on the wall, something like that, and we'll be able to chuck right up to it. This setup here, which is their typical layout, as it says, is pretty much what we're doing. We're going from the compressor up to a T. We're going to go out and around for this one, and this one we're going to stop here. So we're not going to use a T here. We're going to eliminate this section. We're just going to do a lazy 90 like they have here to a connector. And this kit is really, really nice. They said the only thing it didn't come with was these air chucks. So we went and picked those up. All right, so DeWalt standard with this tank, they want a flexible hose from the regulator to where it hard mounts to the wall. So we got this nice flex hose, got the coupling on top, and we're gonna do our first T split right up there. We're gonna do a T split there, run some of this new blue line up to that T, and then we're gonna run a line all the way around down to there, and we're gonna do the other run from there down to there, and we'll do our drop. So we'll start with this piece, we'll cut this length, do the T, and then we'll split it out. All right, so this system comes with these quick connect fittings, and there's a ring and a slip collar. Those go on the pipe first, then what you're connecting it to goes on the end, slips over the O-rings, and then it gets threaded on like that. And because you put that chamfer edge on there, it's gonna lock it in nice and tight. So then that gives us our first T coming off. And then you'll have the same end on this side going to the compressor. So let's get to it. So these are the connectors that just retain it to the wall. Real simple clip that put a screw through on the wall like that, and you just press the hose in it and it just stays right in place. All right, so we've got it ran this way, and we're doing our lazy 90 here. You don't want to go too sharp with that because you do not want to kink the line at all. But we're going to drop it down here. We're going to put the block here. Got this line marked. We're going to cut it there, and then we'll fit the two, and it should be perfect. The chuck goes in here, and then we'll probably put like a short line over to like a reel next to it that has a whole spool of airline on it. But the first run is in place. We just got to tie it down with those holds that they gave us, which will be next. So we took it out in the sun because it's so cold. We thought maybe the sun would help us get it a little more straight. It's not any easier, but we're getting there. That should be long enough to get us our run, which is going to be terminated here with a block up and all the way down. So that run goes from the T, we got our 90, again, a lazy 90, you don't want to put any kinks in these. Run all the way down, and that actually ran through the wall pretty nice and easy. And we'll bring it down here, get another turn here, down to our block, which is going to be somewhere around here. So now we've got all the lines ran. One side to the other, we got both of our drops. We're only gonna do the 2 drops for now, but we're gonna save everything, so if we wanna add a third, we can do that. Now we're gonna go through, make sure all the unions, all the joints are tight, and then we're gonna pressurize the system, and then we'll do some management and lock down these lines so that they look better than the waviness we got going on currently. We locked this side down already over there, and that looks really good. All right, so this is the test. We're gonna turn the compressor on and see if we get any leaks. I think that air tool is older than me.
Yep. It's an old South Carolina one.
Husky, you did well, but you are now outdated. You got pretty air lines and a compressor. You're gonna have to get better hoses. All this for a nail file. Okay, well that's a job well done. So now we're just gonna go back and tidy up some of this stuff. All right, that is a wrap on the install for the MaxLine Rapid Air. This is a really complete kit. We got this from EASTWOOD. We only ended up using 2 of the blocks and 2 of the drop downs, so we still have room to expand, and we only used about half of the length of pipe that's in here. And we ran all the way from here around the shop to the compressor and all the way down to the other corner. So that is a lot. We used about maybe 50 feet of hose in this whole setup. Only things I say you have to make sure you get are the fittings for the airlines on each block, because they do not come with them. And there's not a whole lot of Teflon tape in here, so you want to make sure you get that. They do call for some goop for the threads to lock those in place, but we had that laying around anyway, so we used that. But you will need to buy those. I would like to see a shutoff at each port, or at the T up here, and that's something we might add later, just so that you can run air to one way or the other without having to power or pressurize the entire line. But can't say enough about this. This was a really easy install. All in all, this install probably took about 45 minutes. The longest part was really getting the line unraveled and just doing our measurements for where everything was going to go. But We'll put a link in the description to where you can buy this at Eastwood. And yeah, until next time, see you guys later.